So I realized after listening to this that I come across as angry, and that's because I am. But I'm not upset at the people that feel this way, and this isn't an attack on anyone, especially not once faded, who I have nothing but love and respect for. I'm simply angry that no one has helped the people who feel this way yet. Hopefully that's where I come in. All right, so let me paint the scene for you. Woke up early today, Sunday morning, made a cup of coffee and started sipping it while my son was playing, and I was enjoying myself. Started scrolling on my phone and I came across this video on YouTube and I started watching it. As I started watching it, some of the things that he was saying started upsetting me so deeply that I felt strongly compelled to open my laptop and hit record right now to record this. So here we are.
So I've just sort of hit record. I don't really know what this video is going to be, but I'm just here working my 9 to 5 job that I've been working for about 4 years now. Just a video editor. I work from home, and just this can't be it. I can't.
Spot on. This is not it. This is not your purpose in life. You have a deeper meaning, and you have a deeper purpose in life.
I can't go on like this. We can't go on like this. Like, how is what I'm feeling now so opposite to what I was feeling back then? And by back then,
Probably because back then was a lot more fun than your current situation.
just mean like, yeah, technically a kid, but even like a young adult, this shit really just sucks the soul out of you. There's so many things that I want to do, so many places I want to go, but your work, your job just drains that energy from you.
Yeah, this is kind of just the consequence of being an adult and working a real job. Unfortunately, it's going to be draining.
Think about all the people that are no longer in my life, which there's a lot of people. Pretty much everyone that was once in my life is no longer in my life.
Yeah, this is just an unfortunate fact of life. As you progress to new stages in life, the people who were strongly present in the previous stage often get left behind or move on to a completely separate stage that doesn't involve you themselves.
That I could just come home after a day of school and just kick it on the Xbox, have genuine conversations with my homies. I'm literally just venting at this point.
Yeah, you're not missing the conversations. You're missing the human connection, which is something we all crave. It's part of human nature.
And at first I thought I wanted this channel to be more gaming focused, but the more that I dig deep in myself and think about what I want, it's like, yeah, gaming's cool. I like gaming. I like old school gaming. But I think I'm in love with that time period.
Yeah, this happens to a lot of people. The rose-tinted glasses phenomenon. And the funny thing is, the period that you're really in love with probably wasn't even as good as you think it was now. That's the funny thing about nostalgia.
Than I am the games. I think I'm in love with the innocence of that time period that allowed me to play the games because there was nothing else in my life of significance that was going on.
I think innocence was the wrong word to use here. I was a little confused by what he meant at first, but what he's describing is not feeling dragged down by his current responsibilities or not feeling like he's wasting his time. When you're a teenager, there's no reason not to play games.
And have, a partner that I had to uphold, just positivity for them. I didn't have bills to pay, but I'm just sitting here on my work break, taking 30 minutes of the day that I have to myself, and just, I don't know, just sitting in the what ifs, sitting in the how do I get out of this? And
there's nothing wrong with daydreaming, and there's nothing wrong with contemplating how to improve your situation.
I've tried so many things. I've already tried the YouTube route. I've tried freelance video edit.
Wow, it looks like that the YouTube route is working. Sometimes you gotta just keep trying.
Route. I've tried fucking DJing. I've tried producing music. And a new venture that I'm trying, where it's like trying to sell clothes and start a brand there. It's like, I'm just stuck with this feeling where it's like, should I even try? Like,
Yeah, what's the common denominator in all these endeavors? Low barrier to entry. When you pursue a low barrier to entry business route, you're going to have a lot of competition and it's going to be a lot harder to succeed.
about everything else, amid it, everything else. Like, this can't be life. Where I'm at, where we're at, like, this can't be life. Like,
This is such an interesting statement because it is life, whether you like it or not. This is the situation you're in, and you can't pretend like it's not. All you can really do is look to improve your situation.
spark is just gone. I look at today's sunsets, and I hope I have the same feeling that I had looking at sunsets when I was younger. You know, when I was a late teen, early adult, a child, skating around, whatever, suburb. But I just can't recreate that feeling. I just can't.
Yeah, he's talking about a lot of things that I touched on in the Living in the Past video. I would strongly advise going to watch that if you share a lot of feelings that he mentions here.
It's like a feeling that's I know so well, but I just can't. I just can't grab it. I just can't replicate it. Just having those.
Yeah, you probably won't ever be able to replicate the adventure and freedom you felt in your younger years just mucking about with your friends. That's a special, unique time, and yeah, it's probably never coming back no matter what you try.
Moments where I just stop and breathe in the air. I'm always just trying to replicate what I once felt. And it's so sad, like saying it. That's what it is.
Yeah, those highs belong in the past because those were the highs that teenage years afford you. Now you should be pursuing different ones, and that's something that a lot of people miss.
And as I grow older, I realize that that's what a lot of people deal with. That's what a lot of people think. No one really vocalizes it. And I guess that's why I'm generally just going to shift my content into expressing this, because I know so many people feel the same. And I know so many people feel trapped in their jobs, and it's like, I'm 26 now. I can't.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack in that sentence right there. So it's true that a lot of people feel overly nostalgic about previous time periods in their life, and that they kind of check out of the present day to go try and relive what they once felt. And you gotta believe me, that's a bad thing in general. Please go watch the Living in the Past video where I go deeper into that. And then feeling trapped in your job is another thing. Hopefully he talks a little more about that so we can dive a little deeper there.
Doing this. I can't keep doing this. I can't. I need to go back to how I felt. And I know it's impossible.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so I was just about to pause the video and say it is impossible. It really is. And that's not a bad thing. You just should now recognize that you're aiming for higher things. You're aiming for higher targets. And you're higher targets like a fruitful marriage, children, the stuff that matters in life. And not only will you receive greater levels of dopamine as a reward, but you'll finally find that fulfillment that you've been looking for.
To go back to how I felt originally, but I can create a similar energy. I just don't know the path to do that. It's even a Friday today, and the weekend's cool, but I'm just tired from work, and I just find myself catching up or planning where I can escape this life. It just feels like I have no time to myself. And I don't mean that
Yeah, I think he's conflating two problems here. So you have work just absolutely burning you into the floor, and then you have a strong desire to go back to the past and relive those old memories. And so the solution for really wanting to go back into the past is to look forward to the future for those potential new golden memories.
I just mean, like, if you compare it to back then, it felt like every minute of every day was ours. Even if we were in school, the time was ours. I know that sounds crazy, but I know some people understand what I'm talking about. One of the closest things I feel like I can get to feeling those feelings that were present 10 years ago or whatever, his new music, but even then, it's like I don't have that same emotion. You know, it feels something fresh, something new, but the emotion's not. It's not fully there.
I remember hearing a statistic or a fact somewhere about how the music you listen to in your teenage years will always hold a special place in your heart because of all of the puberty chemicals you had going on at that time. It sounds kind of like a piece of what he's describing here.
I just feel drained. I feel like the work thing has really sucked my soul. I don't know if it's time. I don't know if it's growing up. You know, we're always told as kids, you know, you're going to regret saying you want to get older. And we're like, screw that, man. I can't wait to grow older. But like,
everybody who told me that was wrong.
They were right. And if you're...
They were wrong. I've never been happier than I am right now. And I will help you get to where I am also.
Kid watching this, even if you're 25 and younger, 25, I consider a kid. Like, just cherish everything. Cherish those sunsets. Cherish those special moments that you can only have when you were a teenager. Not because they're better than what you'll ever have again, but because they're special. Express. Cherish falling in love. Cherish the homies. Whether it's just a group chat where you're sending memes. Whether it's an Xbox Live party. Whether it's a Discord call. Whether it's just seeing that one random dude or girl from school and it's just like you barely talk, but you're just comfortable kicking it around them. It's like everything's different. It's like I'm living life on manual mode. You know, they make those memes like I'm breathing in manual mode. It feels like I'm living life in manual mode now. Everything has so much weight to it. Everything has so much thought to it. Even me making a video right now compared to me making a video as a kid. It's like I'm making it right now because I want to grow a channel. I want to express my thoughts. I want to be heard. But as a child, it's just like, yeah, this is fun. I'm making Minecraft videos with my homies.
This is not right.
Yeah, it's just drink the milk while you walk.
How do you drink?
Hold the right
Yeah,
click.
Josh, you're ruining it.
Like what you just saw was me like 15 years ago. Just making a video on Minecraft because it was fun. Like, I can't imagine feeling that way again. The motivation side, with the happiness side, even just with friends. I don't understand how adults make genuine friends because we're just living on manual mode. But
Making friends as an adult can be hard. That's definitely true. But this real pessimistic outlook where he's concerned he won't ever find happiness like he had in that clip that he just played, that's a false concern. You will find greater happiness pursuing the things that matter in life than you ever had playing with your friends on Minecraft.
talk to another adult, it's like we're both walking away analyzing that situation, comparing it to past situations and so on. But as that kid, you just live in it. There's no thought behind it. I really do miss that idea of just like, oh, so-and-so's party. Yeah, I'm gonna just come along. And you make endless memories. I couldn't even find it in me to go to a party today without stressing about X, Y, Z. And it's not the party and the drinking that I want to experience. It's just the fuck it, let's make some memories type of thing. Even more to my point, back then you weren't thinking of making...
Yep, you only get a limited time to live unadulterated freedom, and after that, you you have real responsibilities and things to take care of, and you can't ignore those.
memories. You were just doing it. Like you were literally just... I hope some people watching this can understand what I'm saying, because I really feel...
Everybody understands it. It's sad that so many people are bogged down by that, because they shouldn't be.
I really feel it in my bones.
It's a gift that we get to move past that point in life where nothing mattered. Now that things matter, we get to build something for ourselves. That's a gift. You need to see it that way.
Feel it in my soul. And it just feels like there's no going back. And no matter...
There's no going back.
I mentally try to get back to where I once was. I just know it's impossible. And even me trying to mentally get back to where I was, I'm also physically doing things in the current, in the present, to allow myself to get there. I'm trying to earn money so I can kick back and relax. But the fact of earning money is not making me kick back and relax, it's making me stress. I don't want to travel back in time per se, but I just want to have a similar mindset as I did back then. I miss the
No, you don't. If you had a similar mindset as you did when you were making a bunch of spontaneous decisions without much consideration, then you would probably end up wrecking a lot of things in your life.
homies. Don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for my life right now, my partner. That's it. I'm thankful for my partner. But even then, it's like we just feels like we're just living to survive. You know, I just miss new experiences.
Yeah, lack of purpose. Describing a lack of purpose and direction. If you could find that, I think that would solve a lot of the problems you're describing.
miss feeling. I just miss feeling a particular way that I just always try to recreate or chase, and it's just impossible.
Don't feel so sad about it, because trust me, there are better things on the horizon.
Yeah, I'm just ranting at this point, but I truly want people to know, regardless of your age, that if you have these thoughts, you know, you're not alone. Just these thoughts aren't normalized, these thoughts aren't vocalized.
I think they're definitely becoming way more vocalized than they used to be. And it's good for people to know that they're not alone. But it's even better for people to know that there's a better future on the horizon. They just have to go get it.
And also just wanted to say, like, I'm going to shift the content of these videos because I realize, like, life is much more bigger than video games. And when I truly look deep into it, it's not the video game nostalgia I miss. It's the mindset. It's the mind frame I was in. It was the time. It was the people around me. And not in particular the certain people around me, but just, you know, you had those stereotypical best homies, the stereotypical falling in love for the first time, the stereotypical finding the new music style that you just connect to so deeply. Yeah, I could just keep going forever, man. But I'm just gonna end the video here. Yeah, it's been Once Faded, guys. More content like this coming soon. Maybe not as depressing, but I just really need to get this one off my chest. I'm just up.
All right, yeah, so it's really upsetting to me when people vocalize these types of feelings of hopelessness and just like almost despair, as if they would give anything to go back and feel those feelings again. Those feelings belong in the past, and I think that's part of why they're locked away in the past. So, son, if you find yourself strongly relating to the things that Once Faded was saying in his video here, I want to be a source of hope for you. I want to let you know that if you pursue the things that matter in life, love, kids, family, once you achieve the things that matter in life, you'll be glad that you're not stuck in the past. Alright, so as always, thank you everybody for watching. If you have video suggestions or you'd like some advice, please leave a comment down below. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Every view and subscription really means a lot to me.